Hey, Invisible River Ranch, how's it going? It's going real well for me. I went out yesterday and had a great day. I don't know whether you've seen my shorts and my video. Um, I had a really great day. Check out this honking ring that I've got. Your income tax was approved? Great. Did they say you could pay it all right? Chubb 6428, how's it going? Or Chew, Chubb. I got to put on my glasses, I guess. Chew. Yep, Mum's word. So, hope everybody's having a great Friday, getting ready for your weekend. So, we had a great hunt yesterday. I went back to a place that I have not gone to for a while because it's a parking lot and the dirt is like concrete, and after the rain it did. Hey, Colonel H, good afternoon, brother. And the rain softened it up a lot, so I found 2 rings in the parking lot, and then I found I got a hair hanging off my hat or something. It's distracting. And then I went over to a spot where they were using a bulldozer and dozing up some area, a little bit of an area in the park. So I guess they had dumped some dirt there. I thought they were grinding up the dirt. Goodness, this hair bothered me, sorry. So I went over to check that. I found a dime and a couple of pennies and some junk in it, but nothing real important. Then I went over to an area that I didn't recognize as having gone over any time in the recent past. And so that's where I found the little gold-plated ring and that big honking ring. That is the biggest ring that I have ever found. I thought the Star Trek Academy ring was big, like a class ring, but this thing is just humongous. Look at that. It's a size 12 and a half. Look at that stone. Fits my thumb. Look at there. So I could wear that one on my thumb. But that's a green topaz. Yeah, it's a green topaz. So you can't see it right there. Let me put it down here. See if we can see it on this other camera better. Come on. Oh, why aren't you focusing? Oh, now it's starting to focus. Okay. Check that stone out. That's a gorgeous ring. And then there's a stone here, right in the center of that little flower, right? Right here. There's a little flower right there, and there's a stone in that, little green stone, and one on the other side as well. So, it's right there. Yeah, I don't understand how that one got lost. It was been up pretty bad. It was squashed, almost halfway, and I straightened it out. And look at that stone. No scratches on it or anything. It's in really good shape. Right there, it looks like scratches, but that's not scratches. That's the facets from underneath. Thank you, Invisible River Ranch. Thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you. Oops. It's got some little bit of tarnish on it, but I don't think I'm going to clean off the tarnish. This side's not tarnished. I don't know why. Doesn't hardly have any tarnish on it. This side has quite a bit. Winnings keep piling up. Cool. Somebody's on a roll. This is for you, River Ranch. Yeah, it was between 50, it jumped up from 50, 51 up to 58. So it's 925 silver. That's a lot of silver. That's 29, counts the stone too, 29.67 grams for that ring. That is the biggest ring I have ever found. And this is one of the most unusual rings I've ever found. This one, you can see the hinge right there, and you can see the clasp right there. But this is a bona fide Paizen ring. It's meant to be worn on the index finger, so you can just open it up and dump it right in there. So and it was messed up, and I got it straightened out except for a little kink in the side, and you can see it right there. See that little kink? I didn't want to hammer on it or anything too much. You can see that little kink right there in this area right here. Right there. And the rest of it straightened out pretty good. But it's got a amethyst. And this does not have a mark in it, but it is silver. I think might have been marked where it was sized. I'm not sure. But I tested it and it tests out silver. You can see that kink right there to the right of the screen. I think I could probably get that out without too much trouble. I just didn't want to take a chance on hitting the lid and just have to push it down on the sizer a little bit more. Yeah, I've got that rod thing, that sizer. Yeah. But it was mashed up pretty bad. Here, look. I got a picture of it. See how, come on, how bad it was. It was bent all the way over. I thought it did pretty good. Hey, how's it going, Coins and Bass? Colonel H, how are you doing? But yeah, it was bent over really bad and smashed. But now it's at least wearable. I couldn't get that little cross from when I went to the beach. I couldn't get it straightened out real well, but it's wearable. It just, the cross is all wonky on it. This one was a little bit easier. The big ring, see how it was mashed down. It was like an oval, almost halfway. That wasn't too bad. This one too is a Tibetan. This is Hindi on the ring. Oop. Let's see. It's Hindi on the ring. It's a Tibetan prayer ring, an Om ring. I don't know whether Coining around's back yet. He said he's going to be gone for about an hour. So this was the first ring I got right here. And this was the second ring I got. And then I got the little gold ring. I was hoping it was gold, but it's not gold. It's plated. So let's see. And then this was the fourth ring I got. So all in all, a great day. Hey, we're hunting. How's it going? So yeah, yesterday was a good day. This was the last ring that I found. I found a couple coins after this, but I don't think I could have topped that ring. This one's only here's 6.87 grams of silver. This one's 29. Of course, probably the stone is about 15 grams. Maybe 10 grams. Maybe 10 grams. And the rest of the ring is at least 19 or 20 grams for the ring itself. Yeah, I'm on it. I just knew I was going to find something yesterday Wednesday when I went out because of the rain. I knew that the ground was softened up and I could get something out of the parking lot. And that's where these two rings came from. And then this came from the grass over near a couple of twin trees that I hadn't been to before. At least not this year. I hadn't gone around those two trees. And for the life of me, I don't know why, because I love going around the trees, because out there when they have the fair, people sit around all the trees. They sit around the trees and they lose things. Other things that I found, I got this little piece of a earring or something off of a brooch type thing. It's broken. You can see the edge right here. It's broken. And I got this little piece of an earring, I think. And it's missing one stone. It's got three at the bottom. It's missing, and it's got a little actual rock, I think. Looks kind of like a almost like a fake opal, I think. Thanks, freaking awesome. How's it going? Well, thanks to you guys, I got a $100 check coming from YouTube. Thanks to all y'all. Little bit of ads, but mostly you guys. Now I found this thing too. This thing it's got a hinge in it. See the hinge? And it folds. It still folds. It's all bent up, but look at that. It folds. I don't know what it is. It's got, looks like it had a clip in it. See the little screw in there? Let me unfold it again. And for the life of me, it had another um, another screw right here, same as this one here. So I don't know what it was screwed to. It's definitely maybe off of a purse or something. So looks like it had a stone in it right there. Well, it looks like it had a stone in it right here. No, I don't think it was a tie clip, because well, it might have been, but it does have a hinge. I straightened it out just a teeny bit, but see, it folds almost all the way up. But I've lensed it, and I couldn't find anything. I don't know. Don't sit up there. Yeah, it might have had a spring or something in it, but it. Wait a minute, is that? Let me get that under the microscope, because I think it says something on that plate that's screwed to it. Let me change over to the microscope and see if it says anything there. No, I don't think so. No, doesn't look like it for a minute. Yeah, it's just corroded. Yeah, it has a little plate there, and then this side had the, you can see where the screw was, it broke off there. It was like that. So it had to have had something that went across there, like this, goes lengthways. Let's see. And the plate was, oh, come on. Focus. Okay. The plate looks like it's just kind of jammed down over the peg. And what the screws are for, I don't know. Well, no, it looks like it's welded there. It's sweated on there. I wonder why this one came off. It must came off with the one screw that broke off. But there was nothing else there. I looked for that little piece. Looks like it was gold plated one time. Einhorn, how's it going? Wait a minute. Where's Einhorn? I don't see Einhorn. Oh, ore hunting is Einhorn? Hey, Torchy. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know ore hunting was Einhorn. Okay, that's enough of that. So, anybody doing anything this afternoon, like hunting coins or? Thank you, Torchy. Appreciate that. You're gonna get a Gold Bug Pro? Who makes that? Gold Bug? Sure, you can afford a metal detector, Einhorn. Check out the new Noctas. They've got some really affordable ones that work really well. My son bought one of the cheapest ones that they have, and it works really good out there. My grandson uses it, and he's 10 years old, and he goes out and it finds some pretty cool stuff right alongside my Legend. So you don't have to pay a lot of money. So they've got the tricores. They're pretty reasonable. Also I mean, if you just want to get a little light one, those ones they tout for the kids work really well. Hey Ronnie, how's it going? But I can see if you're already into metal detecting, and you know that's, oh, I forgot to show you guys my gear and my pin back, and I got a coin too that here, let me go over there, over there, over there. And got a little pin back. It's worse for wear, but it's not completely dead. I can use it on one of my pins in my collection. And I got a gear, and they use these over there for decorations that when they're selling things that represent Game of Thrones, because they use a whole bunch of different gears. Game of Thrones is it's a thing that links up to Game of Thrones. And this coin I thought was a quarter at first, and then I saw that it was struck. And it has a skull and crossbone on one side. And I don't know whether this is a copper penny. No, it's too big to be a copper penny, but it's this piece of copper. And what's on the other side? Just a design of sorts, I think. But this was actually struck. I think the blacksmith might have struck this there. No, it's not a token. It's not a token. They use the weirdest things over there. I found a lot of stuff like this, homemade coins and stuff that they put in there. They dress up like the Renaissance, so they carry their purses around and stuff. So yeah, the gear's from Game of Thrones, and this is just a coin that I think the blacksmith struck these, because I found another couple that are similar. But you can tell they're hammer struck. This is the type of stuff that you know, interests me, is the oddball stuff. I love finding odds and ends that are different. Hang on one second. I got to go get two things out of my bag that I forgot to bring in. Maybe you can tell me what one of them is. It might be worth millions. Be right back. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I got a couple things here. This is one thing here that I found. Looks like the panel off of a stove, an old cast iron stove, for turning locking the vent or something. Some of you guys have found some iron relics before. This looks really old. Also found a Why these are out in the park, I don't know. That's a handle off a hose bib. Yep, it's right off a hose bib. There. That's a faucet. Hose bib is what plumbers call a faucet. And there was something else in my interesting junk. I think, I'm not counting this as a ring, but I think somebody was wearing this as a ring here. It's a spring, and I think somebody was wearing it as a ring because it's cut. And I guess that's the only, the other stuff is just treasure trash. Brads, nuts. Got a cool wing nut. Oh, I got two shotgun head stamps too. I think that's a let's see, what is this? I think they're 410s. Pretty sure they're 410s. No, 20 gauge. This one's a 20 gauge. And this one might be a 20 gauge also. I can't find the gauge on this one. They're pretty much the same size, so I think it's a 20 gauge also. You think he might be worried? Ronnie, thank you. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Appreciate it, brother. So anyways, we got a variety of things. Got some coins here. I don't think I got anything fantastic. I know I didn't get anything fantastic in the Zinkins, but I did get one copper. So got a 1974 copper. It's the only copper I got. I usually get 4 or 5 coppers. I've had my channel for 3 years now, Torchy. I've been metal detecting for like 3.5 years. And I've been, at it steady for 3 years here. Well, as steady as I could be. As y'all know, I've had some bouts with blisters and stuff, and being down, and this year I had my open heart surgery, and I was hoping Trevor would come in today. He made it through his open heart surgery, and God bless him. Hope he gets well soon. I know for a fact how tough it is because I just went through it April, May, and June. I was out for my triple bypass. So anyway, we got a couple dimes here. What do we get? If I can see them, they're pretty crusty. No chance of seeing that one. One dime. And the dimes, even like this one, 2000, what is that, 2000, I can't see the last number. See if I can scratch that off a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing great. God blessed me really unexpectedly. This happened to me, it's a 2004. The other one I couldn't get a date on. And I wouldn't wish what I went through on anybody, but if you have to go through it, make sure you do everything they say so you don't mess it up afterwards, because that's the hardest part, is to not do things for yourself and let other people do it for you. Yes, amen to that. Thank you, Lord. I am out metal detecting again, and they asked me, are you going to do the physical therapy? And I said, well, I think I do pretty good doing physical therapy. I said, how many 75-year-olds that had a triple bypass do you know that can go out in the field and squat and get down on one knee, get down on both knees, and get back up without yelling for help. I only got 2 quarters though. And this one is a 23. It's the Edith Mankiller. No. Kanako Ole. Kaole. Kaole. Manako Ole. And this one is this one's got date on the back, 2005. So we got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $1 and 10, 11 cents, $1.11 out there. But this stuff kind of made up for it. These rings, I'd like to see it if any of y'all have found a bigger ring than this. Not saying I don't think anybody can ever find a bigger ring, but I'd like to see the rings that compare to this one here. Because this one, this is a normal sized ring, these two. This is a small ring. But that is my largest ring ever. Hey, corner around, made it back. How's it going, Tupac? No, it's not an emerald. I looked it up. It's a green topaz. Yeah, if that was an emerald, I think I might have had a fistful of money then. 29 grams. Yeah, 29.67 grams. I think the stone is at least 10 grams. I don't want to take it out to sea, but yeah, it's a green topaz. And a really cool ring. It's marked right. Is it marked? Right there. That's the marking. 925 right there. Now this one isn't marked, but it tests out silver. And wait a minute. Is there a mark? No, it can't be a mark. Hang on, let me get my. Let me put it under the microscope. Let's see, I might have missed that. It's faint, but it tests silver for sure. Tests silver. Oh, how'd I miss that? That's like blatant. It's marked 925 as well. I must have fumbled it and looked at the same side twice because I didn't see any marking in it. So there it is, 925 right there. this one is 925 right there. And I was disappointed that this one was, you can tell it's plated the way it's worn. Sorry to say I didn't get any gold. But, so this is, these two rings all together make like 35 grams, over an ounce of silver and stones here. These two rings. Yeah, those two. This one is 6.87 and this is 29.67 grams, counting the stones and everything. I really lucked out. I got really blessed yesterday. And this one is 17.5 grams of pure steel. But I think somebody was actually wearing this as a ring because it's just the right size. I think somebody cut it up and wore it as a medieval ring. I know what you are, freaking awesome. You're a jackhammer expert. It's a little bit small to be it's not big enough around to be a valve spring. Valve springs are like almost as big as a 50-cent piece around. You think might be a retaining spring from a drum brake? Might be. I think I'm going to take my wire brush to it, clean it up, and say a could be ring. Because I found some wire rings before that people have made, you know, and then I counted a ball bearing, a skateboard ball bearing ring, because one of the kids told me and showed me that he was wearing one, and that they, when they bust up their ball bearings, they wear those rings because it's kind of like a mark. Like I rode my skateboard until I wore out a ball bearing. Which jobs did you quit? No, I'm not going to count it as one of my rings. A could be ring, not a ring. It goes in with the things that could be worn as rings, but it's not going to go in my ring count. I'm really loading up on the silver rings, just not getting any gold rings. I wanted to go over to the beach again this week, but didn't make it. Maybe we'll get there next week. I find a lot of gold-plated stuff. Well, that's true. If I could scrape it all off, I'd have some gold. Wonder how that works. How a smelter, um, if a smelter ever actually goes and melts down gold-plated rings to get the gold off of them. That's a question, Tupac, you should ask your smelter. Do they melt gold plate to see if they can get the gold back? Probably, I don't know, would it burn it up? Would the smelter burn up the well, if the gold plate is on something that is a higher melt temperature than gold, the gold would melt off, but it would take an awful lot of gold plate uh, to accumulate any amount at all. An 8-figure income? It costs too much to do it with acid. Well, they take the plate off of and the little pieces of gold out of phones and things like that. I guess it must be worth something to take the plate and the little gold foil things off. Aqua regia? Is that like a sulfuric acid type stuff? Watered down. Always wanted to ride in a spider, but I never got a chance to. But you still have the brat. Really? You got a video out on that? Freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. I'll have to go watch that. Well, some of that stuff is as thin as gold plate. It's painted on the circuit boards. But that's awesome. I got quite a bit of gold plated rings. Wonder how much you say it's expensive. How much does the acid cost to do that with? Then you've got to gather it up out of the acid. How do you do that? Is that the same acid as they melt the gold out of the ground with? Really? You got a box of halves that had World War II commemorative? Wow, that's awesome. Oh yeah, you have to have breathers and everything else. You can't mess with acid. I just, I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even think I was getting it on me. But I went through and tested all my rings to make sure that, all my gold, make sure I got real gold before I took it in to sell any gold. And I went through everything in one day, and I burned the tips of my fingers, and they blistered up and peeled off like almond shells. You think you can I thought you can put stuff on with electrolysis. I'd be interested in see if you could take stuff off with electrolysis. You'd have to have a powerful battery, maybe a 240 plug instead of a 110 9-volt or something. Yes, yellow fingertips. I had yellow fingertips, and they burned right off. A couple of days, and they came off like cowhide. I'm surprised my fingerprints came back. It was a little iffy at first. So I know acid is a no-no. You got to wear really thick rubber gloves. Well, the little silicone gloves are all right if you're just doing it, testing gold and silver. But yeah, you want to have something bigger if you're going to be handling a lot of it and getting your hands wet with any type of acid. Yeah, you'd have to have one that would be for like gas mask for real gas. Use what? Binger. What's Binger? Use Binger and salt. Vinegar and salt? You have one fat finger there, freaking awesome. I think you meant vinegar, right? Who's 3 tips? You guys can post anybody's channel up here if you want to share it with somebody. If you've got something that is really cool that you want to share, you can post it up here on my lives. Be cool with me. Three tips, huh? I used electrolysis to clean 2 cast iron skillets a few weeks ago. Yeah, you have to make enough off the gold to pay for the equipment at least. Took me about a year to make enough back coins and gold to pay for my detector. I don't think I'd risk that either. But I do electrolysis out in the open so it doesn't accumulate. And I've used some other chemicals that I do outside. Are you guys talking about that Russian guy that does the refurbishing of old relics, guns, and Tonka toys and all that kind of stuff? $13,000 in silverware. Holy cow. Excuse me. Oh, I think I might have seen that guy who goes up in the mountains and gets a whole bunch of rocks, brings them, and has a trailer that has a crusher on it and stuff. Is that the same guy? He has an accent. I didn't know he was Russian. Maybe it's not the same guy. Silver's up to $53 an ounce. Boy, silver and gold is just going up and up and up and up. Oh, it went up and come back down, huh? Yeah, now's a good time for selling gold. It's not a good time for buying gold. All these people are trying to sell gold. Oh, by the way, have you guys seen the commercials? One of those channels, the shopping channels, they're selling rolls of 2025 1 cent pieces for 9.99 a piece for a roll, or 9.90, $9.90 for a roll. That's kind of a scam type thing, isn't it? You think the 2025 zinc and secreting pennies are going to go for any amount of money in the future just because they're not making pennies anymore after this year? Yeah, box for double. That's that's not bad. But 9.90 a roll. That's 25 times 9.90. That's like 1,000% markup. Nice, more gold jewelry. You're gonna have another. Are you going to ship more gold back to your smelter before you travel back out, Tupac? I was buying silver foreign coins at auction for pennies on the dollar, but then people started realizing what they were looking for and started outbidding me. Keep family friendly, freaking awesome. No more smelting this year. They're not doing it, or you're not doing it. I was just kidding with you, freaking awesome. Yeah, that's hard to do. Get a smile out of me. Oh, I see. I think that new rule about Social Security and medical and stuff uh, taking effect in January might affect you in a positive way. Well, here, there you go. That's from me to you guys. Not AI. How do you know I'm not AI? How do you know? Watch around the corners, see if you can see any pixelating there. You know, it's getting really hard. In 2000, I went to work for a school that taught 3D, video editing, visual effects, special effects. Not so much special effects because they're physical, but some. And for 10 years, I worked for them. And I depicted back then that there'd be a day that it will be really difficult. And the day is coming when it's going to be impossible, not really difficult, but really soon it's going to be impossible to tell what's real and what's AI. Because the AI is actually going so fast with the creative technology. It's just, it's well, phenomenal. Yeah, I'm doing good. I got 28. What are you worried about? Yeah, you could tell an AI just because it couldn't do the intricate things, but now some of it you just really have to really look at. And I think they're going to have to make it a law that they have to mark it with a watermark or something so that people know. And if they don't mark it, then they will be crucified for it because it's going to be so easy to fool people with that. It's going to be crazy. And it's going to have to be a big sentence so people won't say, "Oh, that's not enough." You know, it's going to have to be big, like yeah, right, life imprisonment. That would do it. Because that would, you know, some of the things fool me for a second. I even thought some of those things were like cats and dogs were protecting people from mountain lions and bears and stuff. I thought some of that was real, but then you get to looking at it and it's got a lot of pixelation in places where things can't be manipulated so easily. And you got to watch for the blurs and stuff and the loss of detail. But some of them Really good. It wasn't that long ago, going around, he had this. I remember you'd get members and then you couldn't get any more members. We couldn't buy members. But you guys can buy members now. So Blewett was freaking awesome there. Talking talking about wanting to get more members, regular members. So we're not going to talk about that again. So I'm going to show my rings again. If anybody's in here that hasn't seen them, raise your hand if you haven't seen the rings I found Wednesday. It was a good day, 4 rings. And we got a copper struck coin. That was a boon. And a gear. These are good things. Some people don't think so. They don't think that they're the good things. Anybody have any idea what this is? I'm going to lens it right now and see if it comes up with anything. I hadn't done that yet. So let's see. I got to add to this T, comma, comma, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. GMT, comma, 9 p.m. EST, there. Yeah, it's too big for guitar. Well, for no, it's too heavy. This is like cast iron. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Got a bunch of things that look like it, but I don't think they're exactly working. It's a pin of some kind. I got that right. But hmm. Look at this. They've got one that looks an awful lot like it, and it's from Folsom Prison, but it's not cast, it's more hammered steel, and it's a lock out of handcuffs. I'm not exactly sure that's what that is. Oops. He's got 100 videos. Yeah, those aren't condensation trails. Those are chemtrails. Because condensation only lasts for a little while. It's like fog, and it dissipates. Chemtrails don't dissipate that fast, and the condensation trails or contrails don't leave yellow dots all over your car either. Yeah, they admitted doing it, and they've got them on tape admitting to it. Gates paid for a lot of it, and I'm sure he gets government deals for doing that. He says he wants to deflect the sun to stop global warming. Well, that ain't doing it. I agree. I agree. Kind of glad he's getting sued by Africa now. I guess I better not say too much. Too many vaccinations. Got to learn to put things right side up. So I can't tell how many I got. Looks like says I got 12 likes. Guess I'm not doing too good today. How do I get the comments from YouTube to come up on here? I wonder if there's a way to do that. Do you know, Tupac, if there's a way to get your comments from YouTube to show up on StreamYard? I guess I can go, but then everything's delayed on YouTube from what StreamYard is. I'd be way behind everybody. Yeah, I use StreamYard, the free one, till one day I can make enough money to pay for the premium. If I had a monthly, constant monthly income, then I could divert it to paying for premium, so I'd get a little better stuff, so you guys be more entertained. And then if I had a steady income, a monthly income, I could put in stuff to maybe do a couple giveaways, especially for the members. You guys have been really great. The StreamYard gives me the comments, but if I go to YouTube to look at the comments, because when you guys put up use my emojis that I'm in, then all I see is incognito emoji. Who did it last? I think Torchy did, I think. Here, scroll back up here and see. I can read it to you what it says. The emojis come up on StreamYard that I'm on YouTube. Is that long ago? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, nope, that's not it. That's it. I can't see them. Where are they at? I know somebody used emojis. Oh, I didn't see freaking awesome when you said something in Gregory Friedman and William E. I don't know anything about William E. Oh, here it says when they use my emojis, it goes colon underscore ICMD. I guess that's LDIA underscore CMD LDIA. This gives me my name. Doesn't show me my thing. But back to Gregory Freeman, I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, but we went to the beach last Wednesday, a week ago, and had a good time. And we've talked. We haven't talked the last couple of days, but he's doing well. He twisted his ankle when we went to the beach, so he was kind of bummed about that. He's got a bum back knee and a bum ankle. And that's fun to all ever. Yeah, yeah. When you get monetized, Conan around talks about that all the time. You don't get enough off of the ads to do anything. I put out a lot of videos, a lot of shorts. I've got decent views on my shorts, a grand each time. But the what comment by clicking the button next to it. Go to the comments tab in studio and toggle on stage. Once enable comments will automatically appear in the live broadcast, and you can also manually feature a specific. Yeah, I can feature a specific like that. I can do that stuff. Comments. When I right click on it, doesn't give me any in there. Click on comments. Show comments on stage. Oh, I see. You have to have premium to do that. Yeah. He wants me to go to premium. That's one of the benefits. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know. You are. You're awesome. Thank you. You are in my book. You confused me with the ore hunting thing. I only have one channel, so if I had more than one channel, I'd be confused all the time instead of just some of the time. So anyways, Yeah, if I change my username, then hmm. Yeah, I don't think I want to change my username. I like incognito. Yeah, people know me well enough after 3 years that the one or two that I have that I think there's probably around 20 of you guys that alternate in and out. But freaking awesome is Einhorn is all here. Coining around is always here. New Marshall is always here. I haven't seen New Marshall. Have you guys seen New Marshall? Nope. New Marshall's not here today. If you're here lurking, say hello, New Marshall. I know every once in a while you are. Did you see anybody else say that? That's true. There is one right here. There's a whole bunch of us, isn't there? There's a whole bunch of us. I don't think I can coin that phrase. I use it. I'm the only one that everybody else says, let's go, or they say, let's do it again. I'm the only one that I know of. So, because that's what I'm doing is hunting. So there's a diver too, Greg. He spells his with G's, Gregg. Yeah. I don't know anybody else that gets overjoyed about getting bottle caps either. I thought this bottle cap, it hit really high, and when I saw the edge of it here, I thought it was bent, and I thought it was an aluminum bottle cap until that stone, and then I felt freaked out. It exists. Well, yeah, that's what I need, an excavator, especially to dig in that parking lot. Even after it rains, there's so many rocks in that parking lot. It's a good thing though, because most things aren't too deep in that parking lot where there's all the rocks and stuff. They're pretty shallow. So if they got run over and pushed into the ground, they didn't go very far. But I have fun with it. It's hard ground or sand. I can't complain. I really love what I'm doing. I love sitting here talking to you guys almost as much as I do hunting. But now, with me not being able to do live hunts, it's hard for me to remember to turn on the camera and all kinds of stuff. I do anyway, but I don't always turn it on when I find a target and show the dig. I just get right in and start digging, and I only have what I dug out to show you. But I used to, before I started live hunting, I used to get a target, and then I would set the camera down, the phone down, the tripod that I set the phone on, and I put it on the dig. Everything was really close and everything, but I would show digging it up. And then I got to doing lives. I liked it better. I like talking to you guys, but then I've had a lot of problems with seeing the screen and seeing when you're talking and what you're saying and being able. Nobody wants to watch me dig. Well, that's good. You don't get to see me dig very much. I snuck a couple of things in where I was digging. Then when I was digging that big ring, I uh, I just dug a quarter, and it had a wonky signal. And it was a little higher than a 51, and then a foot away got this, and I thought it's a little higher than the 51. But it's either a quarter or it's going to be an aluminum bottle cap. Watch this. One of those big aluminum bottle caps off of a big bottle. And then I said, watch this. It's going to be. I turned on the camera, and I think I have a bottle cap here. But anyway, and I did that with the first ring that I found on Wednesday. I thought it sounded like a bottle cap because it had that in it. Instead of just when I started pushing my phone up against my chest to get a better view of it, and I turned off. I turned off. So I have trouble trying to keep the shot because they updated my phone, and now if I touch it with almost anything, it turns off the camera, or it turns off the microphone, or flips my picture, or it just shuts it off completely. And then I look down when I'm clicking the ring, I look down and it's not going. I'm thinking, I'm showing you guys from when I dug it up to cleaned it. So I had to turn it on and start all over again. And then all I had was like 10 seconds of, I have another signal here, I hope it's a point, bottle cap, and that was it. Yeah. You get to ignore them and watch me dig. Nice. I'm glad, freaking awesome. I'm glad that I entertained all you guys enough to have you come back. So I'm not, make sure I'm not an AI. That's true. Uh, yeah, I'm not, even though I've got some great finds from Wednesday, I don't have enough to keep everything going. 3 or 4 hours. Guess I could do some of those Colonel H. You still here, Colonel H? I haven't seen you say anything for a while. But he sent me those 2009 Lincoln commemorative coins. I still got 6 rolls, I think. I did 4. I think I still have 6 left that I could open. Spend some time doing that, maybe next Friday. But can't guarantee that I'm going to wind up with anything cool. So can't say I'm going to stay on for 4 or 5 hours. Time for dinner. Well, before I go, read my banner. Don't forget to hit Coin It Around Friday Night Fun Night, 6 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. CMT, and 9 p.m. EST. Lots of fun. No. Yeah, I'm not able to do live because of my service. I've been trying to go live, even in my own yard. I can't go live anymore. It just, they did an update on my phone and messed everything up. And I'm assuming that the update messed everything up because it changed a lot of things. But now I rarely get over 1 bar on my internet service on my mobile, and I am, when I do get on, I don't think anybody can see me when I do get on, because some people, I think a couple people have made comments, but they couldn't get the live chat up, and then I have to go off because it just keeps saying try again, try again, try again. So I get tired of pushing the button try again and not see anybody come on. So I just go, like last week, I did the videos. Every time I took a break, I would send you guys a video, make up a video and send it out. That was pretty good. I got 3 videos out that day. So turn mobile data off and wait 2 seconds, and I'll try that. Because my next thought would be to pony up some money and buy a mobile internet hotspot. You know, they've got those where you pay an independent, and all they do is the internet, and you get like doing what you call it, Musk's thing with the what is it, Starlink? Yeah, Starlink. Yeah, it is time for a new phone carrier. But, I got a problem there too. My son pays for my phones because he wanted to pay for our phones, our phone service, and so then I would have to come up with some money to replace that. Why I'm in a bad shape when it comes to that kind of garbage extra things. My life is set the way it is, and penny to penny, not check to check. It's penny to penny. Oh, I'll have to try that. Yeah, I can try anything. Who knew that just plugging a battery into my detector would cure one of its problems? I have one problem that has reoccurred about 4 times where the sound goes off. It's not the speaker because if I turn it off, turn it back on, the sound comes back, but then it fades right away. So, but if I plug a battery in to charge it, then I have no problems. It's got something to do with the battery. They've got a new update on that too, so I'm going to do an update. I might do that this afternoon. So, but thanks for the good information. I'll try anything. You think Cricket would do a live broadcast easily enough? We'll be trying that. I know I'll be trying that. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Maybe I'll go out hunting for a little while and I'll try and do a live and do that and see if that works. But it stopped working right after they did the update, and it changed some other things. I really despise updates when they don't really explain to you what they're doing, especially when they just move something in the menu. It just drives me nuts. I gotta go looking for it. Just when you get used to it, you gotta go looking for something. Hey guys, I'm gonna let you go. I got about 30 seconds. Peace. God bless you all. You guys are wonderful, amazing, freaking awesome. All of you, including you, freaking awesome. So, you guys have a great weekend. Try to see you on running around. You guys almost all here anyway. So, you guys, live long and prosper. Anymore. Can't do it with either hand. But my digits are all messed up with so arthritis. So you guys are really, really great. Again, God bless you. Later, Gators. Let's hunt.